I thought I had a little bit longer. So what I want you guys to do right now is just spend 5 minutes working on that program, okay, that I was telling you about. And then if you look online, you do have a quiz, okay? So spend about, actually, you know what? Class started a little bit. Spend about 3 more minutes. So at 11:22, we'll get started. Thanks for the email, Thanos. Actually, you know what? We don't have the time to waste. Everybody go online right now. We can review this later and take your quiz. Okay? Everybody go online right now and take your quiz. Thumbs up if we're done. Okay. How many more minutes? Or never mind, Gary. Keep going. All right, you ready to go? Thumbs up. If you're ET, you should have already left this meeting. You know that already. While you're taking the quiz, you guys know you guys should be leaving. Will, are you done? Henry, are you done? Okay. All right. So let's review. Okay, what the quiz was. Now, how many of you thought it was a pretty easy quiz? Okay, good. So here we go. So this was the rubric. Okay, this was the rubric. Now, as you can see, I wanted you guys to go through everything. It was basically a rehash of just the structure, the outlining, and how to do this properly, how to do a 2D array properly. Okay, so you have this, you got a point just for properly. Now, if you notice what I did on purpose, I put 2 columns first, 3 rows, or 2 rows second, 3 columns first. If you remember that, I did that on purpose in the question to kind of throw you off. So I put, it had 3 columns and 2 rows. Those of you who weren't paying attention probably put new int 3, 2. Who did that? Yubin, did you do that? Okay. All right. So int array boo boo equals new int 2, 3. Okay. Then use the R. Okay. Again, the salient feature was right here for the columns, the boo boo index 0. And then you're just setting every one of them equal to 0. Now, the other thing, this needed to be a print with a concatenation of space. And then another empty print statement at the end. How many of you think you got a perfect square? Great. Okay, that's good. All right. So moving on from that. All right. So I'm going to just erase this. I have the rubric. Do I have the rubric here? Did I create it? I did. Perfect. I took a screenshot of it. Okay. So I'll try to have those to you guys by later today. Okay. At least tomorrow. I graded some of your guys' homework, or I graded everybody's homework already. So it's already on there. Some of you guys missed some of the questions. So go through each question was half a point. Okay. So it's already on there. Some of you did great. Some of you missed a lot of questions, just left them blank. Okay. So I put the feedback in there. If you don't have any feedback, you did fine. Okay. So, all right, here we go. So I'm just going to delete this for right now. All right. So now if you guys remember yesterday, the in-class assignment that I had you guys do. Now, believe it or not, this was an actual AP question. Okay. Oh, and I just realized that I recorded this while I went over the quiz while I am recording this. I am an idiot. All right. Okay. So next time can somebody tell me that I'm recording? Okay. All right. So here we go. So the first thing we needed to do, java.util.asterisk. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a scanner. Scanner. Now, is scanner tested on the AP?
No.
No, it's not. You're just going to get literally some comment code that's saying imagine user input or assume user input is created. New scanner system. Gosh, it's been a while since we've used a scanner. Okay. All right. Now, KB, what did we ask the user for their first name? Oh, please enter your first name. Okay. So what we did is we said string name equals kb.next. Now, is next appropriate or should I use next line?
Either one works.
Either one works, but kb.next because we're just asking for a first name. Could we run into some issues if they have a hyphen or a space like Mary Lou or Susie Ann or something like that, or Billy Bob? Yes, we could run, but that's Alabama and those people don't know how to read. Okay, so now we move on. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we have to create our array. Now, if you guys remember in the array, I think I wanted it 2 by 3, right? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to say string array, and we'll call it nombre, which is Spanish for name, equals new string. And I said 2 by 3. Now, regardless, okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, regardless, this should work. All right. So what we're going to do first. So what's the next thing that we should do?
Make a nested for loop.
We can make a nested for loop, but what I'm going to do, the way that I would approach this is I'm going to create int letters. And I'm going to set this to the name.length. Okay. So I'm going to just say int letters equals name.length. And this is going to be y. All right. So now we can go ahead and we can say for int r equals 0. R is less than what? Nombre.length and r plus plus. And then I can say for. Now, what type of order is this?
Row column.
This is row major order, not row column. Call it row major order, okay? And C equals 0. What is this? What is the second one? Thanos.
Nombre, RC is less than nombre, brackets 0.length.
Perfect. And then C plus plus. Perfect. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to do an initial checker. Okay. I'm going to say if letters is less than name.length. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to set letters to 0. My fault. Not name.length. If letters is less than name.length, okay, then what I'm going to do, if letters is less than name.length, then if that's the case, I'm going to say nombre index R index C equals name.substring. And what can I use for substring?
The counter.
Okay, so what counter would I use?
Letters.
Letters. Plus 1. Okay, because at this point, when letters gets to the greatest amount of the length, it's going to be false anyway. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to say else nombre C equals asterisk. Okay. Now, what have I done? I have created a counter, basically keeping track of my letters. So for example, my name is just Javy, okay? This will stop after Javy, and then it'll just fill it in with asterisk. Let's say I had Jonathan, which was 8 letters, okay? This only holds 6. This is only going to run 6 times. And notice that letters, nothing happens to letters, okay? Oh, one thing I need. Oh, sorry, I forgot. Letters. I do need to increment letters. Sorry, there you go. Okay. All right. So this is how we run it. And then obviously we would print out the name if we needed to. Okay. So how many of you got this? How many of you did it in a different way? Here's what I've seen before, which is really weird. I've had some people, what they do is they just go ahead and they make the array and they initialize everything with asterisks. Then they copy the loop again and just override what's in there. No. Oh, no. It's like that the video on the YouTube. No, 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 no. Don't do that. Okay. It's just a absolute waste of resources. Okay. It's not smart to do. Okay. All right. So, okay. Any questions on this? And again, as you can see, we're doing a lot more actual coding this semester. We're going to be doing a lot more practice and a lot more writing. Okay. Does anybody have any questions on this? Yes, Ian.
Is it okay if I use the char instead of a string, like for the loop? No, for the array.
The only you can, but here's the problem. You're gonna have to say nombre RC equals, like you'd have to do this plus and whatever the name.car at.
Yeah.
Did you do that or no?
I mean, basically, yeah.
Not
'Cause,
basically.
I mean, I had
not
the
basically. It's yes or
I
no.
had the array as a character, and I did.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. That way.
It was just car at.
But here's the only thing that's incorrect about it, Ian, is that we're focusing this semester on the things that you're going to use for the AP. And you're not going to use character on the AP. Can you use it? Yes. But the array they're not going to give you an array of characters. That array is going to be string. So can you use car at as long as you use it with the null in front? Then yes, that's okay, because you're converting it to a string, and it's a lot easier to write than that whole thing. Okay, but remember, string, int, double. That's what's tested. Okay, can you use int and double? Could you use long and stuff like that? You could, but and you're not going to get penalized, but you're not going to have an opportunity to really do so. There is going to be opportunities where you can use character, but always remember that they're looking for strings. You're never going to return a character.
All right, thank you.
All right, anybody have any questions? All right, so here's your next in-class assignment. And again, the good thing with 2D arrays, guys, is like, once you kind of have the technique down on how to fill them, there's only so many ways. It's not clever. The 2D arrays are basically brute force. There's only so many things that you can really do with them, and so many ways in different ways that you can fill them. You know what I mean? That it's not like, with an array, there's 3 ways that you can fill them. There's only so many things that you can do with an array. Same thing with a 2D array, okay? But here's what I want right now. So this was good classwork, okay? So this is going to be your classwork for 5 minutes, and this is your homework. So is it okay if I delete this? Because I got to get ready for the next class. You guys okay with that? I'm just going to leave this up to here, okay? All right, so give me 1 second. Okay, so what I want is, let's see, what's a good question? Okay, I want you to create a 5 by 5 array, starting with, 5 by 5 array. Okay, and what you're going to do with this 5 by 5 array is you guys are going to fill in the indices with numbers 1 to 25. Okay. However, it should look like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. So, and then this should be 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and this would be 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. And then last, 21, 25. Okay? So what you're doing is this. You're kind of snaking it. Okay? This is one of those brute force things, okay, that we are doing. All right? Now, I'm going to throw in a little hiccup. Every multiple of 5, replace with the letter G for gifted. Or just letter G, okay? Oh, me likey. Okay, key thing, guys, is just figuring out the salient features, snaking through, okay? I want you guys to, this is going to be your homework. So I'm going to actually probably copy this down, okay? It'll be due tonight. Get as far as you can. Just give me the meat, the bare bones, okay? 5x5 array, and then your for loops, okay? Do not go the easy way of just putting array, 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 array. Do not do that. I'm not accepting that. You punks. I know some of you would try to do that, okay? All right, that's class for today, guys. Good job. I will see you guys later.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.